Welcome back to Heard on the Street. Let's continue our discussion with Lukman Hakim Abede Rauf, Telkomsat's President Director, on the successful launch of satellite Merah Putih 2 and Telkomsat. Now, what about its main value proposition and how has been the market reaction so far?
Okay, we can start to explain this issue from what I call the beautiful of Indonesia. Indonesia is an archipelagic country. It means we are not in the one land. Indonesia is consists of the island and also the sea. So from the terrestrial point of view, it's very difficult for this terrestrial technology to reach all the areas that have populations to deliver the connectivities. Why? Because it could be very expensive. As we know, terrestrial need to have a physical connections from the source to the end of the service. And in this case, satellite technology will play a big role. Why? Because the satellite is very easy to deliver since we already have the satellites in the space. We can compare the time to deliver the service. By terrestrial, at least, let's say for radio, we cannot just say that we can put the radio anytime, but we also need to consider how to build the towers first. After that, we put the radio itself. And secondly, if we use the other technology like fiber optics, it means we need at least 6 months to deliver the service for, we can say for 50 or 60 kilometers. But with using satellites, it's very easy if we compare with the previous technology, because we just deliver the antennas. Let's say for the first flight, and our antenna already reached the target point of installation, and 1-2 hours later, so the satellite already can give the service.
Almost like plug and play.
Yes. Even for today's technology, we'll also have a new type of antenna that can deliver even faster than 2 hours. Let's say 15 minutes, 30 minutes. So this is something that cannot be fulfilled by using terrestrial technology. And again, talking about our new satellite Merah Putih 2, we also have a very big capacity. 32 gigs is such a huge capacity for satellite business.
Who are actually your customers?
The customers, this is very good questions, because our big customer actually came from the VSAT operators. In Indonesia, we cannot operate by ourselves. We need partners to collaborate. We need distributor to collaborate. It means we can cover all Indonesian market by having collaboration with our partners like VSAT operators. In the process of pre-sales of these satellites, we already reached the number of pre-sales capacity sales numbers, which is already over our real capacity itself. So this is very good news for us that when all the systems is already for service, so at the time following our customers' timeline, so we can fulfill our satellite to serve many segments, many business entity, and also to the people of Indonesia that need internet connectivity. As a service provider, we need to make sure that we do the end-to-end monitoring to guarantee the service that we provide to the customers. So that's why in here we have a network operation center to monitor the space segments, And in other side, in our office in Bogor, we also have network operation center that monitors space segments. In here, we monitor for the transponder business. In Bogor, we monitor for the VSAT business.
Now, in related to that, I want to talk to you about Telkomsat itself. How has Telkomsat evolved over the years, and what strategic direction that you're going to take for the future?
Telkom is already have subsidiaries that serve for satellite business and services. We have Patracom, at that time focused on maritime and also small enterprise, and also we have Metrasat as a part of Metra Group that focus on enterprise and banking. In other side in Telkom, we have divisi service operations and also divisi wholesales that already focus for transponder business and transponders maintenance and operations. So since 2018, this all of four entity collapsed with one entity, what we call today as a Telkomsat. And now Telkomsat is, I think, already have a lot of progress since that time. Today, we already put our new tagline, what we call Discover New Horizons. We believe that we can give our benefit to all Indonesian populations, even not just in the unserved area. Before, satellites we put just on unserved area. But today, when the service for internet, many applications actually need a consistency of performance. Somehow, our cellular signals, let's say 4G signals, cannot be still in the maintained positions. So in this case, we call this area as a underserved area. So this is also as a target for our satellite business. Yeah, so we can combine between the cellular signals that having a big capacity to deliver and combine with the satellite infrastructure that having a best performance for connectivity. So this will give us many advantages and also give us many opportunity in the future. We believe that this satellite will give us many opportunity in business and also can give more benefit to Indonesian. Along the way, our journey till today, actually we already have not just geostationary satellite, but also having partnership with Starlink. Wow. Yeah, and I think this is what we call as our new journey to also participate in the LEO business. Yeah, and as we know, as far we operate as today, Telkomsat has already reached the revenue that we never think before.
All right, that was our conversation with Telkomsat President Director Lukman Hakim Abede Rauf. Don't forget to subscribe to Heard on the Street and put your comments below, and we'll see you on the next video.